5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We have ignition.
Inside RC is brought to you by Dubro Products, keeping you on track. Horizon Hobby, the best brands in the business. High-tech multiplex. And Hobbytown, toys for all ages.
Welcome again to another episode of Inside RC. This week we're at Sun Valley Speedway in Southern California for the second National RC Motorcycle Championship race. We were lucky to have the event coordinators Phil Andrella from Internet RC Radio Control and Kevin Hicks from the Racing Association for Motorcycle Modelers take us through this competition on this very hot San Fernando Valley weekend. There were more participants in this competition than last year's event, so it's safe to say that the RC motorcycle hobby is growing. There were 6 classes of racing represented here: 5th scale nitro modified and nitro stock, 5th scale electric modified and stock, and 8th scale modified and stock. Then there was a new class that was fun to watch, an RC dirt bike demonstration. What will they think of next?
Privileged enough to be the coordinator of the show, and along with yourself, have had a lot of hard work on getting a lot of guys together. A lot of these individuals we've seen for the last couple years and have kept in touch all year since last year. So we're all excited. We're hoping for a good crowd this weekend. Bragging rights as far as the new technology and the motorcycles go. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful show here. Oh, it's going to be great. The guys already that are here Saturday are practicing, and we have a lot of people, and a lot of people we know each other, and even the ones out of the country. They're here to represent, and we're looking for a great weekend here at KZ Speedway.
They've got carbon fiber frames and aluminum and Delrin parts. I tried to design it to be as light as possible. I also designed it with geometry that I thought would handle well and take turns well. And so far it's doing quite well.
The nitro bikes are a little bit, I mean, they're basically steering. Steering is the key here, suspension setup is, but I haven't got to that point yet. But what I'm finding right now is you got to, edge the gas on through the turns. You can't just let it drop because the bike will fall. So there's a lot of little things that I'm learning here, but I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna try to get it going today, practice, and then we'll get it, so we're gonna race it tomorrow.
I have a Kyosho bike, 1/8 scale, so it's a little bit smaller than the 5th scales, but the neat part about this bike is that it moves side to side to help it turn. So you can actually physically see the rider lean into the turn, and it's really neat.
Now, is that an electric, a gas, a nitro? What is that?
This is electric only. It's run with little mini brushless motors and little tires. Everything is in 1/8 scale, so you need microelectronics to run this one.
Now, this is here at Sun Valley. This track's a 1/5 scale track, and that's a 1/8 scale bike. How do the 1/8 scale drivers feel that they're going to fare out here this weekend?
The grip level is really hard to get used to, because since these are smaller bikes, they're smaller tires, and they have a little bit smaller contact patch, so we're really working with all we got to try to stay on the track. So we're working on it over the pits, and so hopefully we'll have a good race.
This is one of the biggest bikes. It's a 1/4 scale nitro powered 21.21 cubic inch bike. It's 17 years old, from Italy, and it's taken me about 4 months to get this thing together. A little bit of radio problems, but I'm pretty sure I can get it going today. And I'm just, this is kind of like appreciation that the Italians are here, and to bring back a little flavor from the old days for the Italians.
Now, Ray, tell me, how does this RC motorcycle different from the stuff that people are kind of running this weekend?
Well, that's what I was hoping to prove, was that this 17-year-old bike could stay with the newest stuff, being that it has a lot more torque than the newer bikes. The newer bikes have high RPM motors, but I was hoping that they had a little bit less torque than the old dinosaur. The gear ratios are pretty similar. I've got decent tires that are updated. They're PMT tires from 1993, And so I was hoping that I could at least do some decent laps with them. So I've got to get my stuff together and get it out here before the day's over. Made 198 pieces in 6 weeks, and steering dampener, fork springs, and during one of my test sessions 5 days ago, I think, I broke the whole front end off, exploded the front wheel, broke the brake disc, the fork tubes, and some other stuff, and repaired it all in 2 days, and now she's back on the wheels again.
Terrific. Yeah, it looks like you did some beautiful work on some of these parts. Unfortunately,
yeah, I created a few new carbon parts, and I've got my MotoGP exhaust for this year after we got back from Laguna Seca. And what I did was just trying to bring a little flavor of the newer stuff, but yet I wanted to still keep the bike being as original as possible. Anybody that sees this thing knows it's a DWA.
And it's also a little bit bigger than the biggest bikes out here today.
I think it's like about a 1 to either 3/4 of an inch or a 1 inch difference in wheelbase. You know,
so
it's to a 5th scale.
So it's a quarter scale essentially.
Yeah, yeah. It's a 4-inch wheel, and I believe you guys got about a 3.5. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm just kind of guessing off of eyeball.
Well, thank you very much, Ray. I'm glad you brought us back here a few years into the origins of RC motorcycle racing.
Right.
Good luck with the race this weekend.
Thank you.
The wonder of the open sky. It calls to you, beckoning. You know the feeling, and sometimes you need to get out there and just fly. Introducing Park Zone Charge and Fly Planes, a revolution in ready-to-fly freedom where you can go from the box to the sky as fast as you can charge a battery pack. No building, no hassles. Plus, Park Zone has adrenaline-pumping features to satisfy even the most experienced pilots. So now when the sky beckons, you can answer back. With Park Zone, no building, no hassles, just fly. With over 50 different servos, Hi-Tech is the world's leading servo manufacturer. Key innovations like our programmable digital servos, carbonite gears, and now titanium servo gears have made Hi-Tech one of the most respected names in RC. All Hi-Tech servos come with a 2-year warranty against manufacturer's defects and are available in a connector choice to fit your receiver. When you're ready for quality and reliability, you're ready for Hi-Tech.
Inside RC is now available on high-quality DVD. Each set includes an entire season of Inside RC. Over 4 hours of action. You'll get 12 full episodes on 3 DVDs that will take you to some of the best events around the country, covering airplanes, cars, boats, helicopters, and more. No matter what area of RC you're into, you'll enjoy Inside RC on DVD. To get your complete set today, visit your local hobby shop or log on to InsideRC.com. Inside RC, radio control action DVD.
All sorts of riders feel really good riding with Geico. Geico, one call could save you money on your motorcycle insurance too.
This right here will make you or break you. Either you tune it or you don't, you know. So right now we're in those stages of trying to get it so that it's just perfect. And then if you can get it perfect, you know, you're going to be able to do good. But if you can't get it perfect, you're going to be, you know, struggling. And right now I'm struggling with my turning because it's just wanting to flop over. But, you know, it's all trial and error. So going back to the drawing board, go back to the pit, find out what we need to do, and then we'll come back out and we'll try it again. Radio control, you got your throttle down here. Here's your brake. Here's your gas. Here's your steering. All the little adjustments right here are for sub-trims. It moves your steering to where you want it. It moves your throttle to where you want it. It's got rates on it. You can put like 20 different models on here. Speed of how fast you want the servo to move. The little indicators indicate, you know, the throw of the servo. This radio is very sophisticated. It has just everything that you can control the model by this radio.
and the radio does everything?
Not really. It's just getting a feel for the bike. A lot of different to car racing, because once the bike drops into the corner, you can let go of the steering, and it only corrects it slightly as you go around. Started when my dad first got into it, and then thought it was pretty cool, so started myself.
I used to be the president of the club. I started this club in 1989 for the 8-scale bikes, the small bikes. I put out flyers and advertisements for RC racing, you know, do you want to race? Okay. And this guy Dave Gonzalez here showed up in 1990, and Sam showed up in about 1994, and we've been running ever since. Sam has specialized in this gas-powered bike here. Probably spent, I don't know, 3 to 4 years, I would say, upon completion, and, you know, probably, that thing's probably like 3rd or 4th generation. You know, the same bike modified multiple times to get it to work right. And then the newest generation is the blue and white one with new modifications, single-sided swing arm, and a lot of billet parts.
Bugs going on, too much front brake, but we get it tuned out for the mains.
How's the bicycle holding up?
Good. Crashed a bunch, but no broken parts, so I think she'll be okay.
Last year was the first one. But, you know, we just got a group of guys I race with at home. Relaxing, kind of race. Good luck. Yeah. Oh, well, these guys are going to wax. They're going to wipe the track up on me every day. The way I figure the 2 guys I know are going to beat me. So, if there's one other guy I can beat, then maybe I'll get 3rd.
Hi, my name is Ian Francisco, just giving you a little bit of tip on these motorcycles. One of the most hardest things to get through with these bikes is how they steer. A lot of people can't get them to lean left or right to steer reliably. First thing you gotta do is make sure that the steering is nice and loose. The looser it is, the more stable you are. And then you get better, then you can tighten it down, but first time you have to make it real loose. Second of all, with the bars, really important so that the bike doesn't dump and fall down. The bars actually control how far it leans over to the ground. So if these are too short, then the bike dumps. So you really have to make sure that these are long enough for turning. And that's our insider tip for Insider RC.
What tobacco issues are important to you?
The health effects. That's what I'm concerned about.
The fact is, there is no safe cigarette. Lights and ultralights are no exception. And to reduce the health effects of smoking, the best thing to do is to quit. At philipmorrisusa.com, you can find information from public health authorities on the dangers of smoking and links to help smokers who've decided to quit. Find out more. Visit philipmorrisusa.com.
Can your glow plug igniter do this? If not, you're wasting precious time at the track or on the field. The Dubro Easy Glow is designed to give an audible beep when your glow plug is working properly. When your plug has failed, you will not hear a beep. It's that simple. Beep equals good. No beep, no good. The Easy Glow will ignite your model's glow plug with ease, and it comes complete with a 1700 milliamp battery and charger. Also, the battery is replaceable by simply removing the housing. So switch to the Easy Glow from Dubro and hear what you've been missing.
Experience the fun and power of Team Low CRC trucks at Hobbytown, USA. The Mini T Stadium truck is perfect for beginners and enthusiasts. This little truck has great speed and handling for a mini truck. The Triple XT Ready to Run 2 is an electric truck and is awesome out of the box. It's great for the track or the backyard. And the Low CLST Monster truck is a nitro-powered beast. Climbing rocks or blasting up to 40 miles per hour, it's a must-have. Team Low CRC trucks. Get them at Hobbytown, USA. Hobbytown, USA, where hobbies begin.
Had a little accident with your park flyer? No problem. Dubro Products manufactures a full line of replacement hardware for your electric aircraft. How about building your next airplane? Dubro's line of micro hardware is super strong, extremely lightweight, and is the choice of champions worldwide. Dubro leads the way in developing quality items like mini EZ connectors, micro control horns, mini wheels, micro pushrod sets, and much more. Your hardware is the lifeline of your aircraft, so demand the best. Demand Dubro.
This segment brought to you by Low C Cars, Engineering Wins.
Welcome back, folks. You won't believe this, but I think this guy was a little confused about what kind of motorcycle racing was actually taking place this weekend.
Did pretty well. In the first race I got first, and the second race I got second. So it's looking pretty good as long as I can just be consistent and don't crash. Yeah, well, as long as I survive this heat, I think I'm a winner anyway, so having fun. Anything can happen out there. You know, we're on 2 wheels, not 4, so it's really tough and slick out there, so I'm not going to bid on anybody.
What do you guys think about the track, this track compared to last year's track?
It's a lot bigger. Getting the gearing right is pretty important. There are some complicated corners as well, and generally it's a lot quicker than the track we used last year.
Okay, now what kind of bikes are you guys using this year, John?
This year we're using the Patrick Kelvin bikes. Well, I'm also running a nitro bike in the nitro class and using the V2s in the electric class, stock and modified.
What do you think of Los Angeles now that you've been here a few days?
Oh, it's a great place. There's lots going on. Nice places to go to eat. It's just a beautiful place. Love it.
It's a lot hotter than it is at home.
A lot hotter, isn't it?
It was raining when we came, so
we need to send you guys out to Phoenix for a few days.
Yeah. Get used to it.
Yeah, this way this will be like like air conditioning compared to there.
Actually, we haven't found out the times yet, so when the times come in, we'll find a little bit more accurate time. So right now, I've got to get ready for the nitro. And hopefully we'll start up just fine.
Good luck.
Yeah. Oh. That wasn't good. ¿Las a las primeras 2 horas? Yeah, we'll decide where we're going to do that.
I'm running 1/5 stock and 1/5 mod. Yeah, they gave us hand-out motors to keep the stock class fair, so everybody's switching their motors to some 12-turn 3Ds.
Voi state guardando Inside RC Outdoor Channel.
Warning, the following is extreme in nature, extreme size, extreme performance. Prepare yourself for the Aerobird Extreme, radio-controlled ingenuity at its best. It's one monster plane ready to fly right out of the box. With its long flight time and extreme maneuverability, you can choose between smooth and stable sport mode or liberating pro mode, where you can unleash loops, whip stalls, and more. Plus, with export expandability, your combat options are endless. Ready for an extreme flying experience? Then you're ready for the Aerobird Extreme. But don't say we didn't warn you.
Catch Speed Zone, brought to you by Optima Batteries, every Saturday at 5 p.m.
Did I even ask? What? Floor's cold. No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's always cold in winter.
One, the family had a propane furnace installed. And two, you're gonna get hurt. No, I won't.
Propane furnaces deliver 25 degrees warmer air than heat pumps and last up to 10 years longer.
You okay?
Fine, fine. Wow, the floor is warm.
For all-over comfort, choose clean, reliable propane at usepropane.com.
Come see the biggest and best show in the model hobby and radio control industry, the iHobby Expo in Los Angeles, California, October 22nd and 23rd. Meet top pros, see the latest products including trains, plastics, die-cast, and radio control. Get great deals, bring the kids to the make and take area, and check out the RCUniverse.com World Micro Helicup. Plus, meet the crew from Inside RC TV. It all happens October 22nd and 23rd at the Los Angeles Convention Center. Log on to iHobbyExpo.com for more details.
Hey, Bruce. Hey. Was that green 3 or yellow 3? Yellow 3.
Alright. Did you get back up there about Ray? Tell him I'm
Oh, yeah, that was
Jonathan will be yellow number 4. He will be yellow number 5.
Not bad. For my first mod race, 4th, I'm really happy with the fun of watching that.
Great. Great. Good drive.
You gonna be in another race later?
Yeah, I'm racing all day.
It feels great. It was a tough weekend, really hot here, but everything came together and crashed a couple of times, but it was still good.
Going good, great people, great racing, really scale.
A lot of competition. A little hot, but you know what? Even it being so hot, we're having so much fun.
On behalf of Air Age Media and RC Car Action Magazine, I'm really proud that these guys are doing a great job for this race, and I hope to see them back here next year.
Well, every year we try to kind of mix it around. Last year was Las Vegas, this year is Southern California, and as these bikes become more and more popular, try to shift it around the country, make it easier for some drivers from some other places.
Ian, come over here.
Ian, let me get you, Ian. Ian, stay there. Okay.
Yeah.
Now what's that button?
Way to go, guys. All those racers made it through the scorching heat of the weekend, and some of them were lucky enough to even take home some prizes. Those little quarter-scale motocross bikes were a kick, weren't they? Those were all the Radio Shack Ricky Carmichael bikes. If you liked what you saw here today, be sure to check out www.bikerace.org or your local hobby shop. Either one of those resources should be able to get you started on your way to happy RC motorcycling. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Krista Gibson, and we'll look for you next week here at Inside RC on the Outdoor Channel.